Hello everyone, my name is Ed Adams.
And I'm Susie Arbo.
And welcome to Better Horses. We'd like to invite you to sit back and relax as we plan to give you 30 minutes of the best in horse education.
This show will bring you the top clinicians and trainers from all over the country, featuring all sorts of different training techniques. We're also going to learn about horses' health and nutrition.
So whether you're riding English, Western, cutting, reining, or just an easy trail rider, this is going to be the show for you. So here's what we have coming up next.
Craig Cameron, one of this country's most recognized horsemen and clinician, walks through the basics of sacking out your horse.
World champion Martha Josey built her legendary career on many horses, and now she's going to give Better Horses a tutorial on barrel racing.
Next, we are wrangling over to Weatherford, Oklahoma to visit with professional horse trainer Phil Haugen as he explains the horse's thought process when riding.
And finally, National Cowgirl Hall of Famer Barbra Schulte. She's a professional horse cutting trainer, and now she's going to introduce us to BraveHeart, a premier model for connecting horses and people for wellness. So we hope you enjoy what's coming up next. And remember, this is the only horse show on your local broadcast television station.
Also airing on RFD TV and the Cowboy Channel. We really appreciate all of our viewers.
We'll be right back.
If you're passionate about the environment and your horse's bedding, we urge you to look into WRG Eco Shred Bedding. Made from clean, recycled corrugated cardboard, Eco Shred provides absorbent, biodegradable animal bedding, vacuumed out so it's dust-free and highly absorbent. Eco Shred Bedding is made from recycled materials, perfect for horses and small animals. Save the environment and order the finest bedding for your barn. Go to nebraskawrg.org or call Heartland Horse Products at 620-637-2455.
Craig Cameron here for Better Horses, and Ernie Rodino here on the Double Horn Ranch. And Ernie was asking me, what are some of the ways that I do to get my horses more gentle, more safe, more sure, more trusting? Well, I'm going to show you some of the things that I do, and I do them regularly. You know, like I know, the horse learns through repetition. So what I'm fixing to show you, bear in mind I've introduced it to these horses like in a round pen. The first time they ride, got them really used to it. Now I do it almost every time I saddle them. Yeah, I'm going to repeat that almost every time. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a hurry. Hey, it's a training session, and it doesn't take a lot of time, and I guarantee before long, these horses are just relaxed and they're gentle. So I can just start with my rope. And they don't even have to be saddled. Sometimes I come up and do all what you're fixing to see even before they're saddled. So I'll just touch them. Bear in mind, I've introduced a lot of these things to the horses many times, like in the round pen, and I just touch them and touch them and touch them and touch them. I even get right up here, see? And here, if this troubles this horse, I want to know. I can just put it on his little head like a halo. I want to do things to gentle these horses. Remember, everything you do on one side, you better do on the other. So I ask that horse to step over. Here, yield that hip. This is good for him. Get over there. Get over. I'd like him to get over some more. Maybe just a little bit more. Whoa. And if I have to, I'm going to come in here and help him. Get over there. Get. In the meantime, he can get more used to these ropes and stuff like this. Touch him. I'll even take my rope out here, make a loop like so, and you watch me. I'll throw it around their legs and feet. Over here, just like this. I just touch them all over. Now watch, now I'm going to back up, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just kind of rope this horse. Get him used to things. And a lot of times here, like I'll just take this and just set it on that horse like so. Now he has to get used to something around his rump, around his hocks, stuff like that. All these type of things. Watch me take this rope like so here and just throw it at him like this. get him used to things coming at him, things up and around his feet, anything I can do to get these horses more relaxed and more gentle, everything. And bear in mind, I could do that a lot from both sides. So here, I'm gonna come over here now, and I'll just get my flag. I'm gonna ask this horse to step over, step over, step over, step over, step over, step over, step, 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 step. Good. He has to learn to yield to pressure. In the meantime, he's putting up with this flag. So I'll repeat again that I've introduced a lot of these things to these horses, but while they're just standing here tied, and another thing you might notice, this horse isn't tied hard and fast. My lead line's just looped over here. So if he did sit back, he wouldn't run into an end. He'd just pull back. I'd go catch him, and I'd start again. So here, I call this painting the horse. I want to be up here. I want to get around his head. And if you notice the other horse over there, he's having to put up with all of it too. So in reality, I'm doing two horses. And I could work both sides of this horse. Meantime, the other horse is having to put up with it too. Now, you could bring up a raincoat, a feed sack. We're right back to what? Just sacking my pony out. So it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. And again, if I was just doing it for myself, I wouldn't have to stop and talk or anything. But I just get these horses, I want them to be rock solid all the time. I'm not saying this horse couldn't sit back. Meantime, the horse having to get better too. Sometimes I'll have 3 or 4 of them tied up here, and they just have to put up with all this and get good about it. Before you know it, it's just an everyday occurrence, and they really get broke. So, and they really get gentle. So here I'm gonna bring up a bigger flag, and if I thought he was nervous today, I'd have it rolled up nice and tight. But here, I'm gonna go here and just offer it up to this horse. Hey, the other horse is having to put up with it too. It hasn't taken me much time to do this, but if I see him think about sitting back, he's thinking about it. There. I just stop. Watch, I could walk up, pet this horse. He's not tied hard and fast. Nothing's gonna happen. And I'll start again. Here, just like that. Here, I can touch him with it. Here, just like so. I'm gonna go the other side because he's a little unsure. I can hardly get into trouble because he's not tied hard and fast. Here, like so. Before you know it, he's gonna get better and better and better and more relaxed. So now I'm ready to kind of get on my horse and go riding. And what have I done? I make me better horses. I get where these horses are trusting, they're more relaxed, they're used to loud noises and fast movements, and I have a safer ride. And I think you will too.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after these messages.
No matter what discipline of riding you do, training, showing, and everyday stress is hard on your horse's legs. Decra Veterinary Products is a leading lameness company that brought you Osphos. Osphos is a clodronate injection, an intramuscular bisphosphonate to help control the clinical signs of navicular syndrome in horses 4 years and older. Ask your veterinarian if Osphos is right for your horse. Decra Veterinary Products is a proud sponsor of The American.
So I went to several different dealerships. I started at Heritage Tractor, and I didn't want to buy a piece of equipment that can only do one job. I wanted versatility to be able to fit in a small space, but also still do big jobs. And so I went with the 2 Series John Deere. I got a 2038R, and I can switch in seconds between any attachment, and I haven't seen anyone else who offers that kind of speed and adaptability. There's not really a day that goes by that I don't start that tractor up.
Those of us who devote our lives to the animals we love can recall a kind of dawning, like a seed planted deep within us and it taken root and begun to grow. It's why our family built a company dedicated to supporting the animals we all care for and this lifestyle we share.
All right, we're here at the Josey Clinic, and I'm Martha Josey, and this is Ty Mitchell. And Ty, we're going to be talking about the different ways that you can exercise your horse, and one of the best ways to get a horse supple is ride them slow, and having, you know, a lot of connection with your horse. Talk about the pattern we're going to do.
Well, this is the cross pattern, and you just need one barrel and 4 cones, and you just simply want to ride around it. You'll go turn a cone, then come to the barrel, and go to another cone. It's a good bending exercise, but it just gives you something, a little change of pace from the regular barrel pattern. It kind of becomes a game for your horse.
And you know, everybody may not have an arena to practice in, but I certainly like to do some suppling exercises every day. And what suppling exercises does, it will keep a horse's body from being stiff, but it will also warm up cold muscles. And I'm just going to talk first about hands and what the position your hand should be. Okay, a lot of people want to be too tight in their elbows right here. And if you've got your thumbs up, and watch these bats, your thumbs up, this is wrong. Why, Ty?
Your elbows are in tight, you don't have it's not a fluid motion.
Okay, then when your thumbs go in, and look at my bat, your thumbs in, you're going to have floppy elbows. So you want to have your hands where your thumbs will come up and meet. So that's a good position of your hands. Now we're going to show you how this exercise works. To do this exercise, you'll notice I've got training reins on, and this just kind of helps me to keep that horse's nose down. You know, back a long time ago, everybody used nosebands or tie downs on a barrel horse, but now we work a lot on getting their heads down naturally, so I've just got training reins on. And all horses are a little bit stiffer to one side than the other. So if I've got a horse a little bit stiff to the right, I may do 2/3 of my suppling to the right. And then if he's not as stiff to the left, I might do 1/3 of my suppling exercises. But since I go to the right barrel first on this horse, I'm going to show you that the cross exercise, you need to go to the right first. And what I'm doing right here, I'm just going to walk that circle, and I'm going to kind of keep this horse's nose.
When you're doing your circle, it's always important to keep that horse's nose tipped slightly to the right. If you're going to the right, you ought to be able to see the corner of his right eye.
And always remember, any time that you ever go around a barrel, never let that horse touch that barrel, because a horse learns from repetition, so you never want to do anything wrong. It's a lot easier to keep a good thing going in a horse and never let him have a bad habit.
Now when I'm turning my cones, I want to make sure that I don't do a rollback. I want to keep this horse nice and round, just like I would be going around the barrel. Some of the things that I'm working on when I'm doing this is picking the shoulders up, keeping forward motion. Your hands are important when you're doing this. Treat it like it's a barrel pattern. You want good turns. I don't want my horse to cheat me. And you can work up to a lope and do this. If you need to work on rate, you can also carry your horse up there, rate them before the barrel, lope 2, trot around. You can set these cones out even a little further, or you can do it a little tighter. Just allow, it depends on how much room you have, but there's not a set pattern for it. You just want all 4 cones equal distance away from your barrel.
And you know, circling is the best foundation of having a good barrel horse.
Circling is a good way, good foundation exercise to get your horse to do so many things. You're teaching them forward motion with a little bit of bend. And that represents a barrel turn. If they cannot load a 50 or 60 foot circle, how can we go around the barrel in a 10-foot circle? And so being able, I see a lot of people loping circles and they'll start down here, and when they get done, they're at the other end of the arena. When I'm loping circles, I want to get my circle set and stay in it. And I shouldn't be breathing harder than my horse when I get done. If it's hard or challenging to lope a circle, I definitely want to spend a lot of time doing it, get that perfection.
And you know, in barrel racing, we want good, tight turns, and then we want straight lines. This is a way to get that horse snappy in that turn too. Pretending this is my first barrel. I want to have that snap. Say I'm wanting to get snap at my end barrel. I can also work on this. Whoa. Because I want this horse to know that he's got to be snappy, he's got to have good turns, but then straight lines. Why are straight lines so important, Ty?
Well, that sets your angle up to the turn, and so many times, if our path to the barrel, if we're wider than we are when we get even with the barrel, we're going to have trouble. And so your angle is very important. When you leave, and probably the most common problem we'll see is leaving the second barrel, we'll run more of an arc to the third, and that usually sets up a wide third. But finishing your turns is really what sets up your angles to the next barrel.
And you know, I've got to say that rate is so important in barrel horses, because I like a horse that you've got to push to a barrel and he turns and gets down in that ground. I don't really like a horse that's got his head up, then I've got to do a lot of checking. I want that horse to go hunt that barrel. So anytime that we're walking along, we want to back these horses up and work on that rate. That's always important. And see, I'm not pulling like this. I'm 1, 2, 3. And here's the time to always reach down and pet that horse too, because this equine partner, he's going to help you win. So you want to stay in good communication. You want him to have a lot of confidence in you. Then, you know, when I'm sitting watching the barrel race, the first thing I want to do, I want this horse to know that he can stand still and I can get his nose in either direction. So, you know, having a good foundation on these horses is so important. It's the difference in riding or driving a Cadillac or a Model T, right, Ty?
That's right.
And you know, we just want to thank Better Horses TV for letting us do this demonstration, and we love the Cowboy Channel. Do y'all love the Cowboy Channel? All right. And what about RFD TV? Good job they're doing.
Hey cowboys and cowgirls, don't go anywhere. We have more Better Horses coming your way.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
We're here for the hardworking, the resilient. We're for the people who measure their days by what needs to get done, not by hours. Where kids learn responsibility at a young age and generations work side by side. Where work doesn't pause for holidays or bad weather. It just gets harder. Where value and hard work means more than the clothes you wear. We're Kleinschmidt's Western Store, Higginsville, Missouri.
When you're a barrel racer, there are so many things that can bother a horse. Just eliminating the back issues is a huge advantage. I feel like using a CSI saddle pad has given me an advantage over other girls because I know that my horse is feeling good, that saddle's not bothering him. If you're looking for a new saddle pad, invest in a CSI. It's worth the investment.
Hi, I'm Sandy Eichelberger with Better Horses, and I am in Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm here with Barbra Schulte, world-renowned horsewoman. She is also a member of the Cowgirl Hall of Fame and has won many, many NCHA titles. And we were at the Summer Spectacular. And I would like Barbra to tell us about what she is supporting today with our wonderful veterans.
So, an organization, therapeutic horseback riding organization from Harvard, Illinois, called BraveHeart, that's the largest in the world, is pairing with the National Youth Cutting Horse Association. And it's very exciting because it's a team cutting. There's one regional champion youth paired with one veteran as a team. There's 16 of those, and each of those 16 teams is coached by a professional cutting horse trainer. And so I'm really excited that I get to be one of those trainers today. So in about an hour and a half, we get started with that.
And Barbra, how can our people watching get involved with this wonderful organization?
So just go to BraveHeart's Therapeutic Riding on Facebook, or you can go to their website and follow them. You'll be inspired. They do awesome things. They do trail rides through the big cities in the country for awareness of veteran suicide, and this is the first event of its kind ever. And the veterans and the trainers and the youth were all over the top with excitement.
Thank you, Barbra. We're looking forward to seeing you compete today on Nick. Thank you. I met Paul a few minutes ago with Barbra Schulte, and we are in beautiful Watts Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. So tell us about how you ended up in the military and your journey in the military and how you ended up here.
Me and my brother are really close. He joined the Marine Corps, and it was 2005. So they were sending guys overseas, and I knew that we might not be as close afterwards if I didn't go too. And I wanted to serve my country as well, so I signed up for the Army, and I did 9 years, got medically retired.
Where are you from originally?
From Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did 7 years in 75th Ranger Regiment. I got to be a sniper. I did 6 combat tours, and then I had a bunch of injuries piling up. I wasn't really able to keep up with those guys anymore, so I took a medical retirement. And that's what led me into horses. I couldn't carry a rucksack up into the mountains and camp and hike and do that kind of thing anymore. And then we noticed that after I was out of the Army, we noticed a lot of our Ranger buddies were going through divorces and drinking problems and PTSD symptoms and things like that. And it was starting to negatively affect their lives and their choices. So we'd bring them out to our ranch and get them on a horse, get them around a campfire and just kind of decompress. And I thought, okay, this works. Let's take this a little bit further. And so I started seeking out ways that therapy was conducted with horses, or that intervention was conducted with horses, and that's what led me to BraveHeart. They were doing a 20-mile ride in New York City called Trail to Zero.
And tell us how, what's the best way people can get involved with this or help out, or do you need donations? Or
always.
Okay.
We are a non-for-profit. It's 501c3. Our mission is to just bring vets around horses and show them what horses can do and open that door to healing and give them an opportunity to do a little work, meet some like-minded people, expand their horizons and their perspective, and find some healing. So you can find us at braveheartsriding.org.
Okay.
You can find us on social media at BraveHearts Riding and follow the links. There's a place where you can donate or sponsor a horse or sponsor a rider or sponsor lessons. Those go a long way. We train vets to become certified therapeutic riding instructors.
Oh, wow.
So, your contributions can help a vet help other vets and kids and families as well. So It's just a good organization I'm blessed to be a part of.
Well, Thank you for your time, and I really enjoyed talking to you.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Lina Weaver
and Flat Tail Ranch.
Those of us who devote our lives to the animals we love can recall a kind of dawning. A time when something inside us awoke, like a seed planted deep within us and it taken root and begun to grow. And from that moment on, the path ahead was clear. That one seed set our course and determined who we would be, how we would live, forever connected to the land. We found purpose in these remarkable creatures that depend on us. At Stanley Premium Western Forage, we believe that purpose is what sets us apart and binds us all together. It's why our family built a company dedicated to supporting, enriching, nourishing the animals we all care for and this lifestyle we share. Stanley Premium Western Forage, grown for the life we love.
Hey, thank you for watching Better Horses. And if you've missed any of our shows, check us out at betterhorses.com, where you can see all our episodes.
You can also follow us on Facebook or listen to any of our podcasts right from your mobile device.
And don't forget our newspaper coming out 5 times a year.
You're gonna love it.